Yes, dear students. So the next question is from 2018 and the weightage is 2 marks again. That is like one question is from the structure of atom and one more is from the periodicity. So the question is like the orbital nearest to the nucleus. Very simple question. The orbital which is nearest to the nucleus. So we know that from the Aufbau principle, the electrons are filled according to their increasing energy level, that we have learnt. Okay, so the the orbital which is nearer to the nucleus, how we going to find out? By the quantum number. Okay, so you could observe here option A, we have a 4 5 4 7. Okay, so among the four options, which is the lower energy level, you could say it is the 4 and 4 we have. Okay, agree? So 4f are the lower energy level, because 5 5d orbital and the 7p will come after the 4 orbitals, fourth orbital being filled up with the quantum number 4. Okay, so now where B and D will not be the option. Now comes between A and C, which is the correct. We know that always the s orbital are filled first, followed by the f orbital. Agree? So that the 4s orbital is the one which is nearer to the nucleus than 4f. Okay, so it is option 1, which is the option C, which is the correct option. That is 4s orbital is nearer to the nucleus than the 4f. Okay, very simple question. Similarly, come to the next question over here. The question is that which of the following is the correct order of the radius? Okay, so radius in the sense you could consider the size as well. Okay, when I say the size of a given ion, the size basically depends on the number of protons, we could say. Okay, why? So for example, if I consider, okay, so this is an atom over here. Okay, so let us consider we have a 2 electrons and the 2 protons inside the nucleus. Okay, 2 protons are there in the nucleus and the 2 electrons are at the outside in the outer orbital. So what I'll do, I'll going to remove 1 electron. Okay, when 1 electron been removed, the number of protons remains same. There is no change in the proton value. Okay, so compared to the positive value and the negative value, the positive charge dominates. Means this positive charge or the protons which are more in number will start attracting the outermost electron which are less in number. Okay, so more the attraction increases, so size starts shrinking. Okay, so more the proton number, okay, lesser will be the atomic radii. This is very important. More the proton number, lesser will be the atomic size, we could say, or the atomic radii, we could say. So that concept is applied in this question. So just compare over here. Let us go with the first option here. They have given a hydride ion it is. Okay, hydrogen with a minus sign is hydride ion. So what is the proton value here? Okay, the proton here is like 1. Okay, what is the electron value here? 1 plus 1, we have a 2. Why 2? Minus 1 is there, 1 electron is added, means. Okay, so proton is 1, electron is 2. Fine. When it comes to hydrogen, proton 1, electron 1. When it comes to H plus, proton 1, electron is 0. Okay, so when I compare these sizes, what happens? The proton, equal number of protons are there, but the electrons are differing over here. Okay, here we have in a hydride ion 2 electrons. Okay, listen here, since the size of a hydrogen atom is very less, okay, the electrons which are present will start repelling. Okay, these 2 electrons will start repelling with one another. As the repulsion occurs, okay, they start moving away from one another. Okay, so what happens? The size automatically increases. Okay, so it is H minus 1 according to what they have given. Atomic radii is more than hydrogen than H plus ion. Okay, this is how you need to write. Since proton is more, so it is like, so hydrogen and the H plus ion size that much not variable here, okay, almost it will be equal, but the stable hydrogen atom will be having a more size compared to the H plus ion, okay. Yeah, this arrangement, okay, I can consider. Now it doesn't mean that B, C, D are wrong, okay, that also we need to concentrate. How? It's quite simple. For the Na plus, okay, and the arrangement they have given F minus followed by O2 minus, okay, Na plus. So we need to concentrate on what? The number of protons. Why? Because these are the isoelectronic species. What do you mean by isoelectronic? Having the same number of electrons. So no need to consider the electron, concentrate on the proton. So sodium has the proton 11, fluorine has the proton 9, okay, oxygen has the proton 8. Okay, so as I told here, more the proton number, lesser should be the size. But here they have given in an opposite way. According to them, sodium ion has the more size followed by the fluoride followed by the oxide ion. So this will not come. Okay, similarly come to the next value, same what they have arranged. According to them, fluoride is having a more size followed by the O2 minus followed by the Na plus. So no, again it is like fluoride, oxygen should come over here according to their concept. Even this will also not come. Come to the last value, aluminium with a 13 protons, magnesium with a 12, nitrogen with a 7. Okay, so aluminium would have been having the smaller size because of the more proton, but they have given in opposite that aluminium has a more size followed by the magnesium followed by the nitrogen. So this option will also not come. So it's the option 1 which is correct, that is the hydride ion is having a more atomic radii followed by the hydrogen followed by the H plus. Why hydride ion more? Due to the electron repulsion, the size increases. Okay, so this is what the 2018 number of questions been 2 over here. Okay, so next comes 2019 question. Okay, 2019 question, a little different questions been asked over here. That is, the two particles A and B are in the motion. Okay, if the wavelength associated with A is 33.33 nanometer and the wavelength associated with B is B, whose momentum is 1/3 of a A. Okay, so what we need to find out, the wavelength of a particle is given, the wavelength of a B particle we need to find out. Condition is that the momentum of B, okay, is 1/3 of a they are giving. Okay, how we are going to find out this? Very simple actually. For this you should know the de Broglie rate equation. Okay, so what is the de Broglie synthesis, de Broglie equation gives, that is lambda is equal to H by mv. So this is for the wavelength of a particle, okay, which is exhibiting the like a particle nature or the wave nature. Okay, lambda is equal to H by mv. What is mv? It is nothing but a momentum. Okay, the product of mass and velocity is nothing but a momentum. So can I write here lambda is equal to H by P. Okay, so how lambda and P are related? They are inversely proportional. Now what they have given, lambda A is given. The wavelength of a particle A is 33.33 nanometer. Okay, what you need to find out then, lambda B you have to find out. Okay, so have they given the momentum of A value? No. Okay, but they have given the momentum for the B particle, that is it is 1/3 of a momentum of a A. Can I write 1/3 of a momentum of a A particle? So this is a condition. Now if I apply this lambda is equal to H by P for both the particles, so it comes around like lambda A is equal to H by PA, lambda B is equal to H by PB. Agree? Yes. Now if I take the ratio like lambda A divided by lambda B, okay, H will get cancelled. Okay, so PB comes, since they are inversely proportional, and PA comes over here. Okay, so now lambda A divided by lambda B, okay, What is Pb? They have given 1/3 of Pa. So can I write here 1/3 of Pa and Pa as it is. So both will get cancelled. Okay, so what is left over here then? It is 3 into lambda A. I am taking multiplying with the lambda A is equal to lambda B. Okay, we need to find out lambda B here. So 3 into, what is the lambda A value? 33.33. So 33.33 is equal to lambda B. Don't forget the nanometer. Okay, so 3 into 33.933 means 99.99 into 10 to the power of minus 9 is the wavelength of a B particle. Okay, do you have this option over here? No, but they have simplified. How means, just observe the scientific notation. So shift the point here 1 and 2. So what happens then? 0.99 into 10 to the power of, when I am shifting backward, the value will be positive. So 10 to the power of 2 and 10 to the power of minus 9. You will going to get 10 to the power of minus 7. Okay, so 0.99 is approximately equal to what? 1.0, or it is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meter is the answer that is there in the option. 1.0 into 10 to the power of minus 8. No, 1.0 into 10 to the power of minus 7. So it's the option D which is correct. So most of you will get confused over here, like if they have given 0.99, okay, so sorry, if they have given 99.99, what you're going to do, you're going to shift the point, you're going to write it as a 9.99 into 10 to the power of minus 8. So in a hurry burry, what you're going to do, 9.99 is rounded off to 10. Okay, but you're not going to consider this 10. You will directly see this 1 and you will try to answer the option A is the correct one. Okay, so it is very necessary to see the scientific notation and the shifting and everything. So the answer is option D. A little bit different questions than the expected. Okay, since what we have seen from the remaining papers. Okay, from the 2019, the last question, that is, the first ionization enthalpy of the following elements are in the order. Okay, we need to tell. So they have arranged the 4 elements, okay, in the order of that. For example, in like increasing order, they have arranged them in the increasing order. Okay, so first ionization enthalpy. So let us state for this, there is a different way to solve, but I'll go according to atomic number value. So we have carbon, we have a nitrogen, we have a silicon, we have a phosphorus. Okay, what is the atomic number of carbon? 6. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Okay, so what is the atomic number of nitrogen? 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. For the silicon, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay, 3s2, 3p2, if I am not wrong. Yeah, 10, 12, 14, yes. So 1s2, 2s2. For phosphorus it is 15, 2p6, 3s2, 3p, 3p3. Am I right? Yes, 14, 15, correct. Now, what is ionization energy? As I told, ionization energy or enthalpy, one and the same here. Okay, so amount of energy required to remove the outermost electron. Okay, so if it is a stable configuration, we need to spend a more energy. Okay, so when it comes to like that, between the carbon and nitrogen, which needs the more energy to remove? The nitrogen. Why? Since it is a stable configuration. Okay, between the carbon and nitrogen, okay, carbon needs a less ionization energy than the nitrogen. It is been solved here. Now come to silicon and phosphorus. Okay, so 3s2, 3p2, 3s2, 3p3, which is a stable. The phosphorus is the stable because exactly half filled orbital is there. So which needs a less ionization enthalpy? Silicon needs a less ionization enthalpy than the phosphorus. Agree? Now, among all these 4, which needs very less ionization enthalpy? It is The silicon. Why? The also you could see here. So 3s, here we have a 2 orbital ending, here we have a third orbital. So obviously the size is more here. So compared to these two requires like less ionization enthalpy because the size is more here. So among these two, which is like need less, it is a silicon. So followed by what? Phosphorus. Agree? Okay. Now, so for phosphorus means next comes between the carbon and nitrogen, which has the less ionization enthalpy. It's a carbon. So carbon followed by what? Nitrogen. Okay. So this is the arrangement according to atomic number I have solved over here. So which is the option that is been correct? Silicon, phosphorus, carbon and nitrogen. So it is option D which is correct. Okay, so here the third orbit is entering, here the second orbit. So obviously carbon and nitrogen will be having a smaller size compared to silicon and the phosphorus. Comparing to all, so silicon and phosphorus ionization enthalpy is very less compared to carbon and nitrogen. Okay, so like this you have to compare and you have to solve. Okay, I hope it is clear. So this is about the topic, the structure of atom and the periodicity. Okay, so where I have tried to solve as much as possible. Okay, so if you have any doubts you can comment me so that we can discuss further, and please do share, like and subscribe for the channel so that I'll get encouraged so that I can do the videos in a the frequency will be more, I can increase. Okay, for that reason please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.